All right. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yay.
Yay.
Welcome to the Hollowed RPG channel here on Twitch and YouTube. I am your DM for the night, Richard, and we are back at the campaign, The Eye of the Storm. Hope you all had a good week. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So why don't we jump right into it? So we join our adventurers, the Storm Chasers, as they have officially named themselves, back in the Kingdom of Alari. Oh, well, they're commonly known as the Storm Chasers, but officially known in the written record as Poppy and the Storm Chasers.
I'm in a band.
So we find them back in the city of Stugod in the Kingdom of Alari after having saved the young Sophie from the clutches of the fiendish cult, or newly formed cult, of Ernest Warsh and his spoiled lackey friends that were planning to sacrifice her. Saved young Sophie, returned her to her elderly, sick grandfather Gregory, and then made their way to Stonewater Manor to talk with Duke Elias and tell him of their plans to investigate the Emerald Pine Forest and see what's going on with the Emerald Conclave there. The conclave of druids that have been there since, well, before the Kingdom of Alari, when this land was ruled by the elves. After some discussion, where the group eventually did tell the Count the truth of what had happened in the city with Ernest Warsh and the cult, and after the Duke's advisor, Casper, restoring Halbar's mind and dashing personality to him, the group shared a quick meal with Duke Elias, discussed plans, and officially gave the Duke their group name to record into record and for the proclamations and town criers to have a name for you guys. The Duke excused himself, having to oversee some administrative duties before his men got there, and official proclamations were made in the city, and had told you that if you need anything, his advisor Casper would be able to, provide you with anything you guys might need, or if it's something very urgent, he can go get the Duke for you. And that's where we ended last session. You guys are in Stonewater Manor, finishing your meal at your leisure. You guys can pretty much go anywhere you want at any time in this city, as far as the Duke is concerned.
Are we supposed to head out to one of the shops? I think Fenthwick said it. We needed to go there. Is that right? Is that okay with you, Poppy?
What are we going to a shop for?
I thought you'd mentioned it last time we needed to go shopping for something.
Belladin does have an order of kind of ingredients to make health potions.
Herbal supplies, if you will.
Yeah, with Madame Maudine's marvelous tinctures, where you guys had went to investigate Sophie's disappearance the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sorry, Fenthwick. I didn't mean to get you mixed up with Topso here.
Well, you were a little rattled.
You could say that. So, Belladin, are we going to head out to the tincture?
Yeah, let's take care of that, and then we can get out of here.
I have to go back to that shop where I got those stones.
Sounds good too.
I need a few more.
Shopping. Yay.
So
All right.
remember, that would be the Rivers Rubies.
Rivers Ruby. That's right.
All right, where are you guys heading first?
I think either one.
Which is closest to our current location?
Probably Rivers Rubies, because that's kind of in the heart of, not really in the heart of the Manor District, but kind of the Market District bleeds into all the other districts except for the docks. If you guys want to head down there, that's easy enough. It won't take you more than probably 10 to 15 minutes from where you are.
And it's still the morning, right? So we just got done seeing the Duke and ate.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 a.m., I would say.
Let's try to keep our eyes open. I think Ulian's men are still looking for us. I don't want to get jumped again.
I got you, fam.
All right, then. I'll keep an eye out in the back. You guys keep an eye out in the front, I guess.
I'll keep an eye out down low.
All right, and as you guys do exit Stonewater Manor, you see there's still a crowd of people, not quite as rowdy as they were, but still trying to demand answers and kind of know what's going on, when you guys hear the sound of many armed boots on stone, as eventually you guys see a company of around 100 soldiers make their way along the street leading up to the Stonewater Manor. They are mostly wearing chains, some in plate, carrying a standard of the Duke. It looks like a circle of blue against kind of a stylized stone gray mountain with what appears to be a pine tree. It's like a sword So where the jagged edges of the sword kind of make up the pine needles of the tree, and the base would be the hilt. As the soldiers come up, the crowd kind of quiets almost immediately, and you hear whispers of, "That's the standard of the House of Elensor. The Duke's here. He'll give us answers. He's brought men. The city should be secure now, right?" And just kind of general whispers as the crowd kind of dies down as the soldiers kind of march up to the gate, and some go in and then some kind of fan out along the wall. But you guys are free to make your way to the River's Rubies.
Well, let's continue on.
So yeah, you guys make your way to River's Rubies. No problem. You guys make it out to the shop, and you see once again the marble facade building with windows and for display, and the sign, a waterfall made out of what looks like rubies out of stained glass.
I'll take a post and keep a lookout out front here. You guys handle your business. Handle your business. I mean, if that's okay, Poppy.
I'll stay outside with you.
Ah, sounds like a good idea.
And then while he's like, I assume that Halbar's kind of like facing outwards towards the street.
Yep.
Me, I'm at the window and like pressing my face up the window with my hands, looking inside, watching the entire thing.
Okay. So Belladin and Fenthwick, you guys are heading in?
I guess we are. Let's go,
Yep.
Fenthwick.
You head in and you see this, it's kind of the same display of, fine jewelry in the case ahead of you. There are some things in the cases and the windows as well. And you see the young girl who was the assistant of the proprietor behind the counter. Yes. Can I help you, gentlemen? Welcome to the River's Rubies.
Hello again.
Hello.
Ah, hello. Yes, I remember you two from the other day. Always good to have returning customers. How can the River's Rubies be of assistance to you?
I was hoping to obtain some additional stones like the ones I had purchased the other day.
Of course. I think the only thing you guys purchased the other day was the brooch. I see your friend outside. I think he ordered it a few weeks ago, I think. You guys
Oh.
didn't actually buy diamonds last time.
That explains it.
We didn't buy diamonds, but the stones I need for my spellbook.
Oh, the stones. That's right.
Where are the stones?
Of course. How much will you be needing?
200 gold worth.
200 gold's worth. Give me one moment. I'll have to see. As you did pick up quite a bit of our supply yesterday, we might have to get some from our main supply house. Give me one moment.
Oh, pardon me.
Yes.
As you go back, please check to see if you have 300. I look at Fenthwick.
Casper gave us one, so we only require 2.
Oh, all right.
200.
200 gold worth of diamonds.
Of course. Do you want those jeweled, cut, raw?
Sequential bills only, please. I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as they are 200 gold worth, it doesn't matter.
Very well. One moment, please.
Thank you.
And she goes back behind this purple velvet curtain.
Belladin leans over to Fenthwick and says, I've heard people say sequential bills only. I don't know what it means. Did that make sense at this?
We see some primitive societies actually use paper for money.
What? What if
I
it
know
gets wet?
I know it's insane.
Huh.
Might as
strange.
well use pants for paper for money.
Hmm.
But the bills have numbers on them.
Pants money. I kind of like the idea of pants money. I don't wear pants though, so that would be
But they're
weird.
basically cloth, So.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, if they get wet, then they're just ruined and then all your money's gone. And then Belladin will wave at Poppy, making faces, and give her like a thumbs up. Are those like golem things still in here? Because remember, someone was going to cast a spell and like people freaked out. Wasn't this the place that we were not allowed to cast magic because they were worried someone was going to steal something?
Yeah, I mean, it's a jewelry shop and they don't really want you casting spells or doing anything that might be seen as, possibly leading towards some sort of conflict. So,
Oh, right. Okay. So I definitely won't cast Thunderwave in here then.
yeah, maybe not a good idea, but hey, you can certainly try.
Hey, we got a writ from what's his face. We'll be fine.
So after a moment, young girl returns. Here's the 200 gold worth of diamonds. They are uncut, as you said that it didn't matter, so this would be probably the most economical for your purchase.
Belladin
We
hands her 200 gold.
Thank you. And, her hands go behind the counter for a moment. And for your fine stones, we do have 100 gold here on hand. And if you would be willing to wait about 10 minutes, I've tasked someone to go retrieve some more supplies from our warehouse.
Yes, I have 10 minutes to spare, sure.
Wonderful. We do appreciate your returning patronage here at the Rivers Rubies, and we hope to continue to receive that patronage in the future. As such, I've been instructed by Ms. Lotha that we can give you a 50 gold discount on that.
Fabulous.
Where was the discount on the diamonds?
It was a discount for the total purchase, so 25 and
Oh.
25.
Okay. I will give myself back 25 gold.
I think the party will buy the diamonds, so
Oh, then I'll just add gold back to my. Okay.
300 gold, 200 gold.
I imagine Bella, after Fenwick says that, like Belladin trying to reach behind the counter to get the gold back. Like,
Yeah, then that's mine.
will this be a regular purchase? Should we continue to stock? As Miss Lotha explained yesterday, we do keep such stones as raw materials for our other jewelry making, but if this is to be a regular purchase, we can more regularly stock higher amounts to fill your needs.
it's likely to be yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The diamonds as well, I would imagine. We may need to pick up a new supply whenever we're in the city.
Are you staying in the city, or are you planning on leaving?
Oh God, no. I mean,
Well, we'll be in and out, back and forth.
passing through.
I see. Well, we look
I
forward.
suspect you'll probably see us around for a while.
Wonderful. Well, as I said, here at the Rivers Rubies, we always appreciate returning patronage. So, and then she just kind of stands there and smiles, not really knowing what to do for the rest of the 10 minutes.
Awkward. Poppy keeps making faces.
Why
I
don't
do
I just wait outside, and I'll be right back as soon as you have the stones.
Of course.
As Fenwick leaves, Belladin says, I do a festival trick. No, it's not called a festival trick. Party trick. I do a party trick, but it would have to, it would be a harmless spell. It wouldn't affect anything in the shop, but I can let you know what the weather will be like in the next 24 hours.
You see her kind of glance around the shop a bit. Make a persuasion check.
All right. Yeah, I know. I'm super good at this. Let's see it. Oh, a 7.
Yeah, it's against the store's policies. Miss Lotha would be quite upset. And
Understandable.
while I'm quite flattered,
Oh, no,
I
no,
think
no.
you could be
It's-
my father's
no.
age.
Oh, you think? Okay, now that makes sense. I was born with white. You know what? It doesn't
I
matter.
have a boyfriend.
Actually, I was just bored and I didn't know what the weather was going to be like, so I figured I'd do it in here. But good to know. Happy for you and the boyfriend.
So you were just hitting on me out of boredom?
I was not hitting on you. In actuality, I don't like your boss, and I wanted to see if I could cast a spell in here when she wasn't in here as a dig to her. Yep. But if you can see through the window, I'm going to do the party trick. So I hope you have a great day. And then he turns around and he walks out. And as soon as he gets outside, he does druid craft to see what the weather is going to be like in the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, if she can see Fenwick, he's also obviously casting a spell for the next 10 minutes.
Party's outside. I'm still looking in the window.
Yep. So it'll be a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on. Just a visual representation of the weather in the next 24 hours.
You get falling snowflakes.
Ooh. I literally go, ooh, it's going to snow, everybody.
I would say over the past day and a half, most of it has melted actually, because it's been a little warmer, but it's starting to get cold again.
Do I need to
Money pants?
heavy duster on? Money pants. My heavy duster to wear into the winter.
I don't know how bad it will be, but you now have a heads up. If it starts to snow, just keep an eye out.
Fenwick, Halbar, and Poppy, you guys would recall when you guys were in Duneshire, it was pretty cold. Like the Helduin River up there is frozen,
Right.
and
'cause
it's at its widest. Yeah,
we sledded across it. So.
Yes, we did.
yeah.
It was epic. I think we owe
Should-
that lady
oh.
her e-boat.
So if someone brings that up of like, hey, it's colder up there, then Belladin will ask, I went through some cold sections, but I don't actually have any winter clothing. Is the Emerald Conclave around the same climate?
Latitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I might need to pick up some clothes before we leave the city then. Thank you for bringing it up. I would have been SOL otherwise.
Indeed.
Fenwick, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you casting over there, Fenwick?
Unseen servant. Just
Oh.
just to keep in practice.
Nice.
Just so I don't have to carry my own bags.
All right, so 10 minutes go by. Poppy, give me a perception check.
Everyone also still has water breathing, by the way, because I did that the night before.
Perception.
For 24 hours.
As long as you guys are
Always-
able to get a good rest, you have
Yep.
water breathing.
It's always on.
19. You're staring at a pretty fine piece of sapphire, sapphire bracelet. It's a pretty nice piece. It's like a gold and silver band that's kind of twisted like vines, and it has a single sapphire set into it. And you're staring at it for a little while, and then you see kind of the shopkeep, the girl kind of waving her hand to try to get your guys' attention after about 10 minutes.
I'll come back inside. I'll leave the servant outside. I have manners.
Belladin will come in as well.
You guys enter the shop again. Thank you for waiting, gentlemen. Your order is ready. Harold, and you see a man come in the back and carrying a crate of fine stone sheets.
Oh, right.
Most of it is actually marble, as was your order yesterday. Different, kind of shades. There's, some that are more white, almost pure white. You have more that are almost all gray, and then some that are kind of that swirl. Right, where should I put this?
Oh, just give it here, I suppose.
You're going to take it then. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands it to you, Fenwick.
Okay.
Give me
I mean, these stones can't be that large.
Where's this bracelet?
It's in the display case right in front of you.
Oh.
It was more just that the shopkeep was trying to get your attention because everyone was doing stuff outside, but you were staring right in the window. So we look forward to your next visit. Should we restock soon, or?
It might be a little while.
I have no immediate needs, so we'll see.
Very well. We look forward to the next time you visit Sugod then.
Good day. It's going to snow. Just a heads up. And then Belladin leaves.
As you're leaving Belladin, you hear a slight, on the corner of the shop.
Like
a
a-
what?
A what?
Like
A
a
cough?
a muted.
Oh, she's here and she's watching us through an invisibility spell.
I hate to see how she treats unwelcome customers.
Right. Nice to see you too, proprietor. As I leave.
So you guys have your diamonds.
I hand my rocks to my servant.
There is a small crate of marble now floating next to Fenwick.
I was about to say it's invisible, right? That's awesome.
Keep meaning to get him a cloak. I just, haven't had the chance.
Yeah, just walking around naked like that, it's a bit uncouth.
What would you guys like to do next?
Let's go pick up my herbal supplies so I can make us potions while we travel.
All right, it's about probably a 20-minute walk from here through the
Let's keep
different
walking.
streets and such, and it's not a direct line, so. But eventually you do make your way more towards the southwestern edge of the city, closer to the quarry itself and the stone pit prisons, where you kind of get that edge of where the market district meets the manor district. And there is Madame Maudine's Marvelous Tinctures. You see young Ronald bringing supplies in from the storage room across the alley.
I wave.
He almost immediately looks like he's about to drop the box that he's carrying, and then just awkwardly kind of moves for a second, then puts it down and runs up to you guys. What happened? Did you save Sophie?
Oh, yes. We haven't spoken since then. She's good. Back with her grandfather. Yes, we
Oh.
took care of things.
Thank the gods. I saw guards from city guardsmen making their way to the Warsh Manor.
Making their way.
I was too scared to ask what might have happened.
It's best you steer clear of everything going on there. Keep to yourself about it. The problem has been handled, and there shouldn't be any more concerns about people being kidnapped from that family, at least.
Sophie's alive. She's not hurt.
I mean, that's the way we saw her with her grandfather. She was shooken up, but luckily, and then Belladin puts a hand on Hal's shoulder. This guy was able to help her relax and calm down, and now she's good. She's safe.
I see. So I bloody set myself on fire trying to free her, but he gets all the credit. Is that how's
Well, no,
it
no,
going to
no.
go?
And you helped.
Well, we wouldn't have been able to find her if you stopped lying. And, once you stopped lying, we were able to figure out where she was and save her. So we appreciate your assistance. Yeah, she knows you helped. She knows that you played a part. So I'm sure when things have calmed down, you'll see her again soon.
So he's like, yeah, I'm glad she's safe. I better get back to work.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Let her know that you missed her and that you were concerned.
That's I'm gonna go ask Miss Maudine if I can go right now. That's a good idea. Flowers.
I mean, when you're done with your duties, don't shirk your duties, but She'll be there when you get done working.
Oh, right. After work. Okay. You see him like he was going to pick up the box, and he was going to inside the shop, and then he stopped and you said that, and he goes and pick up the box
Yep.
again. And he's like, I gotta get this to the. All right. Miss Modine is inside if you need her.
All right, thanks.
What's in the box?
It's a
What's in the
closed
box?
I'm
crate.
asking. Oh, it's a closed crate.
Make it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a closed crate.
Oh, maybe it's got winter clothes in it.
So you guys are entering the shop.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I want my supplies and I want the winter clothes.
Kind of much different than the Rivers Rubies were, is very pristine and clean lines, and this has more of kind of almost like a organic feel where there's lots of different potted plants and everything all around, and some shelves of vials and all that kind of thing. It's a much more homey, kind of more chaotic but natural look. Inside, you see Madame Modine sitting at a stool behind the counter. Oh, you've returned. What's the word?
Yeah, she's perfectly
man.
fine. She's with her grandfather. They're good.
Well,
Oh, actually, I have Mage Hand. I do smack him in the back of the head.
Ah,
I suppose you're here for your order of supplies.
yeah, and I don't know if you also sell winter clothing, but we will be headed north. So if you have anything like that, I would really love to purchase some.
I do not. Unfortunately, I mainly sell tinctures and some potions when they're not being ordered and sent up to Chilwyn Pass as of late.
Is there like a general store around?
I mean, if you want a general store for provisions, I'd recommend Holden's, closer to the Canal District.
If you trust them, then we can trust them.
If you're looking for clothing specifically, there's the Draping Whispers. I'm quite good friends with the owner, Yele, there.
Ooh, do we need to go to a general store? Is there anything else we need besides the clothes?
I need fuel for this, and she taps on her, hanging from her waist, the hooded lantern.
Oh,
Holden's provisions might have some clothing. They won't be quite as specialized or have the variety that Yele would have at the Draping Whispers, but old Ulitham keeps a good stock at Holden's.
okay, good to know. Thank you.
Oh, what am I thinking? And she holds up a satchel. This should provide you with enough raw ingredients to try to make 5 potions of healing.
Ooh, thank you.
Well, 5 regular potions of healing. If you were trying to make anything more potent, then it might be less. It depends on your skill. I wish I had more, but unfortunately, most of my stock of healing potions and even the raw ingredients were ordered to be sent to Chilwyn Pass. I was compensated, of course, but
Hmm.
I did have something that I've been able to hold back. And well, I'm not sure if you know, but Gregory and Sophie are family friends. I was good friends with Gregory's. And well, saving young Sophie, you saved my family. So I want to give you all this. She pulls out almost like a decanter-sized crystal vial filled with red liquid. Please take this as my thanks, and the raw materials as well, free of charge.
Thank you.
And who's grabbing the vial, the crystal kind of decanter almost?
I think
I'll
Fintwick
grab the crystal.
or Poppy. Well,
The leader of the group.
oh, of course, Poppy.
Yeah, and
What does it do?
oh, it's a healing potion, quite a powerful one.
Oh, nice.
And as you grab it, Poppy, it swirls around, and it's like a deep, bright red. And as you pick it up, the liquid kind of sloshes around, and you get swirls of like gold shimmering, gold and silver almost. Like the liquid kind of shimmers for a moment in gold and silver in like strands.
I'm more concerned about the container. Is the container like really nice looking? Like
It is a pretty nice crystal vial, but like I said, it's almost the size of a decanter.
pretty big.
But it's pretty thick crystal.
And then
Glass.
Poppy's holding it, so it's even especially big. And it has a stopper on it, I assume.
Yes, the stopper is crystal as well, but it's held together with thin silver wire. Like it's wrapped
Damn.
around.
How potent is this?
Well, it's the strongest I can make, and well, I'm not one to brag, but I believe myself to be, if not better, then at least equal to any other alchemist or herbalist in the kingdom.
Thank you.
Ooh.
This is an impressive gift. Then we appreciate it.
That sounds like a challenge, Belladin. We should have the great potion make-off.
It is not my profession, so it is something I simply do to help people in need and to replace our own supplies, but this may save a life. So
Well,
we
you
appreciate it.
you already saved one of my own, so it's the least I could do for you all.
Why does my head hurt so bad?
Your head hurts?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think we need to get out of this town. I need some fresh air. Are you guys finished with your shopping?
One or two more places. We're going to the general store, pick up some oil for lanterns, and then if they don't have the clothing that we need there, we're gonna make one more stop, and then we're headed out.
Real quick, do you have anything for hangovers?
Of course, my dear, any alchemist or herbalist worth their salt. Almost our bread and butter. Not everyone is coming to buy healing potions as they're quite expensive. Would you all need some?
Just for my pal here.
Of course, and she pulls out 2 small kind of vial stoppers, regular glass corks, regular cork in them of this kind of brownish green liquid. It's not the best tasting, but I guarantee you it'll do the trick.
Yay! How much?
No. Your gold is no good here.
Wow. Well, thank you.
For now, next time, I'll have
Yeah, I was about to say. I would feel terrible if we just came in and took advantage of your generosity. So, I can accept that.
Well, I reach out my hand and shake her hand.
She reaches out and thank you.
As that happens, I slide 10 gold.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, you rolled a natural 1 and then a 3.
3, yeah. I have a freaking plus 10.
Oh, then she rolled a natural 1. Amazing.
Yeah, she's a little preoccupied to notice at first, and she's so used to doing business, she takes the coins in her hands and kind of just puts them absentmindedly, she's talking to you guys, and without realizing it.
Let's go before she knows.
All right, let's go.
May the gods watch over you. Thank you again.
You as well. Bye.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
What'd you buy those for, Poppy? You're not feeling good?
For you.
What do they do?
They'll make your head not hurt so much.
Taste okay?
Sure. And I hand it to
I'll crack one open and smell it.
It's sharp at first when it hits your nose with kind of a bitterness, and then it kind of gives way to kind of like a grassy aroma.
Perfect. And I'll drink both of them.
Do not taste great. At first you kind of get this kind of intense bitterness, and then it gives way to more of a grassy grass and roots, which you aren't that unused to, Halbar, so the aftertaste isn't too unpleasant for you, but the beginning is pretty bitter.
It could be worse. I mean, it could be oxen urine. Not that I've ever tried that.
Passive 18 perception.
Yeah, I've definitely tried that.
Bella just gives you a look.
Out on the tundra, you get what you get.
Does that make sense?
Boil it, bit of aftertaste. Kind of like this.
Oh, so you sterilize it first.
Kind of
That
not
makes
like
sense.
this.
I hope.
Give me a nature check with advantage, Halbar. You actually, now that you think about it, there is a little bit of hint of boiled urine.
Oh
the taste.
no.
Yep, I thought
Not a lot, but like a little bit.
That's why it's familiar.
yeah, tastes great. Yeah, this stuff really works.
It's like home, right?
Yeah, we have to go
Just like
to no more places. We can head north.
Two, please. Two. I mean, lantern, close. I'm gonna be free. I know you're used to the tundra. I came over a mountain or two on the way here, and let me tell you, did not fare well.
From the
so
north?
I'd like to get some warm clothes from the south. I came from the south.
Oh, you better get 2 coats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we need to stop at a general store, and if they don't have it, then we're going to go to a shop that this fine young woman sent us off to. Oh, on that note, and then Belladin kind of leans over the counter. The young man outside wants to go pay a visit to the young woman and her grandfather, so he might ask for some time off. I don't know if he's earned it, but he's definitely got his heart set on it. All right, let's go. Let's go to the general store.
Let's go.
Hey, Hal, am I gonna need any extra clothes?
Probably. It's pretty cold, especially in the wintertime.
Well, we've all been up north already, though. Well, I'm sorry. The rest of us have been up north.
Okay.
Once you get further
Presumably,
north on Chillwind Pass, it's a whole nother ball game. Ball game?
That's what I thought.
Wasn't it? Because I remember there was when we first started, when we were up there was the wasn't the festival kind of like
the Winterfest.
Also about the
Yeah.
so it would since time has passed, it would be colder now. I would assume, right?
Yep. It was
Yeah.
probably like the equivalent to like November, right, when you guys started. So it's been a couple months. I'd say it's like maybe like beginning of February.
So maybe they have a nice fur coat.
Yeah. I mean, because based on our conversation, I thought we were going to the Emerald Conclave, and then once that was handled, then we'd be going all the way north to Chillwind Pass and through it. So, based on that, this might be the best chance we have to get some clothes before going where it's even colder.
Well, we can get some in
Well, that's not-
Duneshire. We have to go there on the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, that's true.
And
Okay.
it's cold. It's colder in Duneshire, so they might.
They'd
have
probably
better,
have better.
They might have better. Yeah.
Good point. Fenwick, I can see why they call you the brains of the group.
Good.
It's because he's the
Albar.
smartest one.
We Nate check with advantage.
Dang.
17.
So, as you're talking about north of Chillwind Pass and north of the White Dagger Mountains out into the frozen outlands, thinking about your home and the kind of the cold that you face that these southerners, wouldn't even dream of. You think back to your adventures for the past few months and you realize that around Duneshire and when you guys went around the lighthouse, it was almost as cold. It was almost as cold as getting pretty good distance from the White Dagger Mountains.
Is it normally? Well, I wouldn't know. Only just been down here this time. Well, it didn't feel that bad to me. I felt like home.
General store it is then.
Shall we go? Let's go.
Yeah, are there any random things we're missing, like rope or pythons, or I don't know. I don't really need those things because I've got these boots, but y'all might need them.
What are pythons?
Little metal things you hammer into rocks to secure.
Oh.
ropes.
You mean pitons?
I got plenty of
Gotcha.
them.
Pitons. Have I been saying them wrong this whole time? Belladin looks at the group.
Yeah, you hammer them in, you can attach rope to them, and you can spike a door closed and stuff like that. And you tie rope as you climb up glacier walls and stuff. Yeah, pitons.
Thank you, Google.
So, are we
Good to
likely
know.
to need other sorts of winter gear?
Some snowshoes,
Well, they would-
probably.
Yeah, they'd have those in
Snowshoes.
Duneshire, right?
Yeah, they had them in Duneshire.
All right.
All right. That's where we should get them then. It's not like when you go skiing and there's the shop there and they overcharge you for everything because they know you need them and there's nowhere else you can get them.
Where, here or in Duneshire?
Duneshire.
Duneshire.
I don't know if they ever really went shopping in Duneshire.
We went bought a net,
Oh, that's right.
but it was super cheap. Bought a leather thing around my neck. This is when I get in battle. I just tie my hair up so it gets out of the way. But that didn't cost much either. I think we can probably get with what was Poppy? What was the lady's name? The lady of Duneshire? Celine? That's it.
Lady Celine.
Yeah, we should probably talk to her and resurrect that elephant man.
Oh yes, we should. Totally agree.
I have a feeling joining this group that I will be using that spell a lot.
That's the frog man who's there.
Belladin just takes kind of a medium breath and closes his eyes and just nods his head like, yep, this is what I'm doing now. Okay.
And Hal will reach over and smack him on the shoulder. All right, Pops, let's go.
Okay, let's yep. General store it is.
You guys stop for a moment. Are about to head off.
You know,
You realize-
I just remembered that we have a couple of horses and a covered wagon in Duneshire as well. Never
That'd be nice
used.
to pick up. What do we realize, DM?
You guys didn't get the directions to Holden's provisions.
Good call.
And Belladin, you pop back in, and Maudine gives you the directions of where it is in the near the canal district. With Halbar leading
Thank
you
you.
guys, as you get kind of the major landmarks, you guys make your way pretty easily to Holden's provisions. As you guys are making your way there, you now see an increased presence of patrols of now the city guard, but also small platoons of soldiers, around 5 to
It's
6
army.
men. Yeah, the Northern Legion patrolling the streets, and
If any of them pass by, kind of salute. Good job. Good job.
one kind of looks down at you, kind of quizzically, not really sure, and then you see one kind of look at your group for a moment and then nudge the guy with his elbow and whispers over to him, and then he kind of his eyes widen a little bit and he returns your salute.
Well, like I said, who can resist this face?
Yeah,
Not
you're
me.
just impressive.
But as you guys
You're
are making
lucky
your
I
way,
You're lucky I didn't steal the nightingale from right under you.
I know what you mean.
and as you guys are heading towards the canal district, there's kind of one of the more central squares. You see a large pillar with kind of a raised platform around it. You see a group of soldiers with a well-dressed man, kind of dressed similar to the livery of the servants in the Stonewater Manor, kind of the administrative servants. And as you guys are walking by, there's a small crowd gathering, and you hear, "Proclamation from Duke Elias. Official word. Count Linnaeus is sadly no longer among the living, having been slain in a foul plot." You hear gasps of the crowd.
The gasps go out, and you see Belladin is like 2 centimeters away from clapping, and then like reads the room and goes, "Oh," and puts his hands down.
I was gonna say Poppy starts clapping, then reads the room and then stops.
As you're about to clap and you look around and you're like, "Oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't." And it's more just kind of shock that a nobleman was slain. You know, there's not like sobbing and like tears. It's more like, "Oh shit."
You know, when you're the common people and a high person gets killed, you are like, "Oh shit," because that's like, that's never going to be good for you.
Yeah, it can affect you pretty bad.
Especially when that nobleman was part of the royal family, however far removed he was of the royal house of Ilari. While he was not slain during the initial attack, on which you all no doubt have heard, he was initially saved thanks to a heroic group of adventurers known as the Storm Chasers. These group of adventurers are hereby proclaimed heroes of the North Ward by Duke Elias. And as you can see, they're kind of, this pillar you can see has like wooden board around it. It's used to like kind of post notices and stuff. Actually, you guys would be someone give me a perception check, or you guys all can if you want, except for who's AFK. So,
ouch.
19.
Belladin, you're kind of engrossed on reading the crowd, right?
Yeah, I'm like, do these people actually like this Duke? I'm just looking at people's faces.
Fentwick, you see that it's a kind of large, so not large, but medium-sized poster of some kind. Halbar, you can see that it's a drawing of some kind, and Papa, you can see that is a kind of rough sketch of the 4 of you. You see big lettering, you know, Storm Chasers, Heroes of the North Ward.
I mean, at home, I'm part of the Northern Watchers. Wouldn't mind being also called the Northern Wardens. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a nice ring to it.
Watch Wardens? The Northern Wardens of Watch? The
Northern Watch Wardeners? It
Ward
just had
Watchers?
a nice ring to it. Anyways.
Warden Watch Storm Chasers.
Chasing the wardens?
As you guys are having this conversation, the town crier continues. While this may not be news to some of you, as rumors might have spread, initially the Blue Nightingale was to be tried for the slaying of Count Linnaeus. However, once again, thanks to the heroic efforts of the Storm Chasers, her innocence was revealed and a foul plot laid bare to kill the Count and lay blame elsewhere. Rest assured, the Duke is here along with men from the Northern Legion to secure Sigurd and ensure your safety on the streets. Petitions will be open once more. Please allow time for the Duke to process your needs. You will be taken care of. Sigurd is safe. And, you know, there's 2 patrols worth of men around as they're making this proclamation. Give me a straight charisma check, Poppy.
Yeah, I'm trying to incite the crowd to clap.
11. One kind of older gentleman, balding, kind of pot belly, dirt poor, but, you know, modest clothing, sees you clapping and then starts like,
America.
As no one else is, as more people are just kind of whispering amongst themselves. You do see the town crier step down from the platform. The guards go with him as he has another stack of papers in his hand and appears to move off to another part of the city.
Is it like a soapbox that he was standing on?
This pillar in this square is meant for posting of notices and proclamations. So it's not a big pillar, right? It's not very tall. It's mainly just to hold the board on all sides. And there's a square kind of raised stone platform around it.
We continue on our way.
And Belladin, as you guys are leaving, with your passive perception, you see out of the corner of your eye that one person closer to the pillar itself is kind of like eyeing you guys, and then as their eyes widen, a teenage boy, right, seems to be there with his father, and he starts like tapping the older man next to him, similar looks, you assume to be his father, and like the dad just kind of like brushing him off, talking with another gentleman for a moment.
Do we walk by them, or are they just kind of in the distance as we're leaving?
No, they're in the distance. You guys were on the edge because there was a bit of a crowd. and they're closer towards the center, where he's able to see the poster more clearly.
I just give him a little wave.
His eyes widen, and now he's like grabbing his head. But the crowd kind of shifts, and line of sight is broken, and you guys move on towards the Holden's Provision. You guys make your way there, no problem. You get there. It's a pretty large circular shop, kind of at the corner of one of the buildings. It's semicircular. It's not quite, as it's kind of attached to a building next to it. But you enter in, and there's stacks of shelves and along the wall, and kind of around crates of goods, and a counter in the back with a elderly halfling standing behind the counter. Kind of
It must be a low counter.
the counter's actually
Or
pretty
a
high.
high chair.
Yep.
The counter's normal height, so
I walk up to the counter and try to flag him down if he's not looking in my direction already.
well, as I
Oh,
said, yeah, the counter is normal height for humans, but you notice, Poppy, there is a section on the left where there is a step and a raised platform.
Ooh, okay, I'll go there.
Welcome to Holden's Provisions. What can I do for y'all today?
You must be Holden.
No.
Oh,
Holy fam, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
I am looking. I want to make fire.
You want to make fire? That's a bit of a broad. We have kindling. We have tinder boxes. We have flint and steel.
Poppy like takes her lantern and holds it out.
You need oil. Why didn't you just say so? And as you can see, he does have a similar platform that you're standing on runs all along the back counter.
Nice.
That's a really neat platform back there.
Thanks, I had it installed when I took over the shop.
Oh, so what happened to Holden?
Retired.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Keep the name though. That way all the customers don't freak out.
Brand recognition is half the game. And old Holden ran a pretty good shop for his time, so I figured I'd keep the name, keep the business.
And I'm curious, do you have any oh, never mind. I just need the oil.
Well, now you got me intrigued. I'm a businessman, you're a customer. I'd hope that I'd be able to satisfy any wants or needs that you all would have. Why don't you throw it out and see what sticks on the wall?
Well, if that's the case, I'm looking for a really thick fur coat.
Thick fur coat? No, we are kind of in the dead of winter. I do have some clothing meant more, I don't have nothing real purty.
I mean, if it still has the head on it, that'd be kind of cool.
Of the beast.
That's a little specific. I'd have to check.
Well, you said I should make the gamble, and I sure did.
You sure did. Not gonna lie, not what I was expecting. Coats I do have, as much other gear that people might need heading out into the wilderness. A coat with the head still stuck on is a mighty peculiar request. I'm not even sure some of the finer clothing establishments might be able to handle that, but
Well, I'm good with the coat for now. I could always add a head later.
Right.
Beast head.
Of course. Yeah, winter coats I do got. As I said, they aren't the most fanciful. Well, I wouldn't be much of a halfling if I didn't cater to my own people's needs, now would I?
Yay!
Paladin looks down at his midriff.
So yeah, he pretty much has anything on the adventuring list you guys might need, plus basic clothing and winter gear.
I'm not gonna take a chance in Doonshire, and I'll take the probably 5 flasks of oil.
Flask oil. How much do you want?
5 flasks.
5 flasks oil. That would be about 1.5 silver and 5. Is it 5 copper to a silver? Or 10 copper to a silver.
10, 10, 10, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for Electrum. That's the one they threw in there to screw everybody up.
Don't worry, we'll get to Electrum later in the campaign. That'll be the only currency accepted in certain places. Just because I want to make my life hell. So yeah, that'll be 1 silver, 5 copper each.
1 silver, 5 copper. So that would be 7.5 silver. And the coat?
Do you just want the coat, or you want a whole set?
I'll do the whole set.
All right, that'll be 10 gold. It's not like I said, they're not the most fanciful, but they'll get the job done.
Here's 20 gold. Keep the change.
Oh, That's mighty nice. See you. Thank you.
Yeah, you know,
Best I
Poppy,
could do for a fellow halfling.
you're right. I should get a set of clothes. Or
Yeah, we should all,
at least a
we all
shirt.
should.
If you're all gonna buy some, I should be able to throw in a bit of a group discount, especially with the young Mrs. Mighty Generosity over here.
Yes,
That's
please.
fine. Belden really doesn't know about money, so you can give him the
That's a
discount.
good call.
So it'll be nine gold each for you guys want to get.
Yeah, Belladin would want to get snowshoes and crampons.
He does not snowshoes, unfortunately.
Crampons would be there for walking
Yeah.
on ice. And he just-
Unfortunately, we don't have that type of gear.
It's specialized, I understand. And then he just hands him 9 gold and accepts the cold weather clothing.
All right.
Do we? You guys think we're gonna need
I
a
got
grappling?
one of those. Little one.
Sweet.
You have climbing gear? Do you sell climbing gear?
I've got one of
climbing gear
those
we
too.
do have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of extra large, if you know what I mean. We can lower it down if you need to use it. Maybe you should get one. It shouldn't be too bad if we don't have to scale the pass around the Chillwind Pass. If we can just go through Chillwind Pass, I think we're pretty good because the plain's pretty flat right there. But when we get further north, there's some treacherous areas around the Great Northern Glacier.
Don't worry, I have that effect on quite a few people.
I'm gonna get a set of climbing gear on the just in case.
All right.
Might not need it because of the winged boots, but
Who's Justin?
me, it's a good friend of mine.
Climbing gear, I can do 22 gold for y'all. Seeing as
Thank
you're
you.
all spending quite a bit of coin here today.
Yeah, Belladin hands over 22 gold.
You got any pitons?
Got any what?
Pitons. You know, you hammer them into the side of a ice wall and you
Oh,
hook your rope through
pittons.
it.
Yeah, we got some pittons. Yep.
Yeah, they're pitons.
As this exchange is happening, Belladin raises an eyebrow, like this son of a.
How many pittons y'all need?
I think we should be good with like 10.
Mm-hmm.
10 pittons. All right.
Yeah, I want 10 pitons.
I can do that for 4 silver.
Very good. I just happen to have 4 silver right here.
Funny how that works out, doesn't it?
Certainly. Thank you.
Pleasure's mine.
This is the nicest guy. This is the nicest little one aside from you, Poppy. Thank you.
All really nice.
I mean, I've only met you and him, so I would assume they're all really nice.
Well, I mean,
When I look at him, what kind of halfling is he?
he would probably be, what is it, a stout halfling?
Oh, okay. Just like
I'll tell you, we down in Peona, our mamas raised us right. Sure,
I found it.
as he puts the water skin back.
It's like the last thing on my list.
Y'all heading up north, or?
Going all over. It's best to be prepared. You might never know where you end up.
Yeah, you can always light a fire
That-
and boil some water up there. It's pretty clean. Unless you get, never mind.
Don't eat the pink, the yellow snow.
No, but that's what he did earlier, though. He was talking about boiling the yellow liquid to help with his hangover.
Thank you, and I'll walk out.
That's interesting. Oh, you have a mighty fine day too, sir. What about you, miss? Anything else I can do for you, or how about you, fine sir?
I'm good.
Yep, I'm done. Thanks, appreciate it.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Will do.
And he goes back to where he was, and you see him start like writing in a notebook. Kind of gets out of the spectacles that he had put away, and kind of put them on the bridge of his nose, and starts continuing whatever he was doing.
Is that it? Are we good?
Yep.
That oxen, he's making me a little irritable. So we go south and we pick up your little, was it a squirrel, Fenthwick, or was it an owl?
It's an L right now.
That's right. Pick up your owl.
Albar, surprisingly though, your headache is completely gone.
Yeah, I'm getting fired up. Time to head north. our south
Since
first. And then north.
Ulian's men are still apparently observing us, maybe it would be best if we...
Leave by the north gate or east gate or something other gate and then head south?
Well, I was thinking we could all become invisible for an hour and walk out of the city.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I can turn 3 of us invisible, and I have seen Poppy become invisible.
Well, you can save a spell and I can turn into an animal. Maybe Who and I can fly out of the city together and meet y'all.
No, sorry. Poppy.
Would it be a good idea? How far, Fenswick? Would it be a good idea to get your animal friend first before we get out?
Poppy, roll me a d20.
But shouldn't we grab your animal friend Fenswick before we leave up north? Because it's kind of far.
Yes, but why don't we leave, collect them, and then go north?
Okay.
No reason to come back.
No, I thought we were done and we're leaving.
Well, I only bring it up because changing into an animal is something that I'll get back pretty easily, whereas your spells will take more time. So maybe the 3 of you visible, and then we just pick a place outside the city, and I'll meet you there.
Why? What's happening?
They were talking about casting invisibility on the group.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if we stick together. We're walking into the woods. I don't know of a place to tell you to go.
That's true.
All right, let's just get this over with. You know how I feel about this stuff. Just go around the corner, and he'll point to like an area of an alley, darker. Let's go over there and just do this. Hold my hand, Poppy, so I don't get lost.
Okay.
Boy, that stuff really does make you cranky.
Just wait till you have it like every day for 6 months at a time. You really get fired up.
What? What? You drank?
Why would I have it every
urine?
day for 6 months at a time?
Winters are pretty long.
Suddenly, my enthusiasm for going north of the Chillwind Pass has dropped dramatically.
I mean, it's not
Okay.
it's optional. It's not.
Did
kinda
all
one
of
those
you
things
run
where
out
you
of-
train? And you get ready for the battles, and it almost feeds your bloodlust.
So
so-
it makes you cranky before a battle. Good.
Yes, you could say that.
So you all ran out of alcohol, and this is what you turned to?
Doesn't quite have the same effect.
So when someone says you're full of piss and vinegar, you're halfway true.
Halfway there.
So why are we in casting invisibility?
Because we were accosted by Ulian's thugs the other day. They're probably still
Yeah.
looking for us. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
want
gonna
them
be-
following us out of the city and attacking us out there somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd
interested
rather
parties
no one really know if we're here or not here.
and where we went.
Yeah, and which direction we went. But you're perfectly free to stroll out completely visible if you feel good about it.
I'm happy to be invisible.
So am I. I'm going invisible. I don't know what you guys are doing.
So
If
what's
that's
the
what
plan?
everyone wants to do, I'll do that. No problem.
So we go into the alley, and Fenwick
Just
casts
somewhere-
invisibility on us.
Yeah, somewhere where we're out of sight.
All right. So you guys pop into an alley. Pretty
Reach out.
unused.
Touch Halbar and Belladin and cast the spell.
I'll grab Poppy's
And-
hand and
You guys all can no longer see each other, as
Yeah.
all you see is who's floating ahead,
As
floating
we,
in the air on Poppy's head.
As we go invisible, I put one hand on Hal's shoulder and then the other hand on Fenwick's shoulder. So we're all kind of
Would you put
aware of
the
where
owl-
each other are.
Put the owl away. It looks weird.
I'll have it follow us from like perch to perch.
Okay.
So
So
at least
it-
you'll know where I am.
It's so you see who kind of floating midair for a moment. Their head turns a full 180 upside down before coming back up and takes off and perches on the roof as you guys are invisible in the alley of Sugod, planning to retrieve Fentwick's familiar. Now, I don't think this was on stream when this happened, so Fentwick had left his familiar outside the southern edges of the city in a tree, guarding the key to the Tower of Ambrosius, which they found in a lockbox, which is what they were sent to retrieve in the Candlewick Marshes. All right, but anyway, Storm Chasers, you guys have made yourselves invisible. You were in an alley in Sugod. What would you like to do?
I'm holding on to Poppy as she leads out. I think Belden's holding on my left shoulder and probably holding on to Fenthwick's right shoulder, and we'll avoid traffic and head out.
All right. So which direction are you guys going? South?
I think we're just following Fenthwick as he's leading us along.
All right.
Well, anyways,
Yes,
I don't know what
south.
Halbar is doing.
So
He's
yeah,
like,
you actually have to go. You guys are kind of in the northwestern side of the city right now. You guys have to swing back past through the market district. If you guys remember, Halbar said it's only been like a week. You guys entered through the southern side of the city, which is the Manor District. You guys were only let through this kind of more prestigious area because one of the guards recognized the chant. There is a entrance to the city on the south side of the Manor District. So you guys make your way through there to the southern side, to the gate that you guys came through. It is currently closed, and there are quite a few more guards than when you first came through the city. Or no, first came back to the city, I should say, from the marshes.
I'll squeeze Belladin's shoulder. What? Squeeze the Fenthwick's shoulder.
I squeeze Fenthwick's shoulder.
All right, we can do stage whispers so that way we can hear everybody.
All right, I squeeze.
I assume you're all whispering.
Yeah, I squeeze Fenthwick's shoulder.
I say, what?
What do we do here?
What's the problem?
Maybe you're not looking, but the gate is closed and there's a shit ton of guards.
Yeah, there's the normal kind of city guards, but it's been bolstered with some men from the Northern Legion. As you guys remember that the Duke was going to pretty much shut down the city traffic in and out until stabilized.
See, well, shit.
I mean, we got here, right?
From looking at the guards, does there seem to be one that's in charge?
Yeah, actually one of the men from the Northern Legion. He's wearing half.
Okay, we're gonna work from 120 feet away. Gonna point my finger at him and send him a message. And just tell him, leave the city. We don't wish to be observed, so please open the gate. You can reply to this message.
You see him kind of look around for a moment, kind of bewildered. We were given word that the storm chasers were to be allowed passage in and out of the city. I am not familiar with your voice.
Well, who the hell else do you think is invisible wanting to get out of the city, you bloody fool? Open the damn gate.
Give me an intimidation check.
Yes.
Oh, this will go well. Ah, okay.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
He kind of thinks for a moment and pulls out a parchment that he has in one of his pouches. May I verify a name of one of the storm chasers?
Fenthwick Rivenstone.
Right. One more verification, if you don't mind, Sir Fenthwick.
Are there any candles or open flames nearby?
It's daytime, so there wouldn't be candles really or
No.
torches yet.
Are there?
Okay.
Are there? The torches they're not lit, but are there torches like hanging nearby?
Yeah, they're sconces.
Then with Druidcraft, I'm gonna start lighting them around the gate.
You see some of the men start getting alerted, and they're drawing weapons and they're shouting, Sergeant, hold.
Is this real quick? Is this improved invisibility?
Yeah, that would be an action.
Is that well? Then wouldn't Message have done the same thing?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm standing there completely visible.
Or
Yeah.
we do this from an alley where no one can see us, so we don't lose our.
I think it's better that we're standing in the middle of the street and Fenthwick just becomes visible.
If Fenthwick becomes visible, we all become visible.
Nope.
I'm not sure that
Oh.
that's true.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he was still
okay.
holding concentration on the spell.
Oh,
It's
so
just
the other two
spell
people.
breaks for him.
Okay, then I wouldn't
Yeah.
have done that. If I saw him become visible, I'd be like,
Yeah. He looks. The
Fight.
guard is looking around for a moment and sees you, Fenthwick, and looks at the parchment. Sir Fenthwick, there you are. I didn't notice you. Of course, we've been given you and your companions names and descriptions. You have leave from the Duke to have passage in and out of the city as you all see.
Notice that I'm visible. Blast. Fine. Let's get this over with. Open up.
I'd like to look around and see if anybody's observing Fenthwick.
yeah, that's a good call.
Give me a perception check.
I'm going to use luck
Okay.
before you say if I see something or not. I can choose which one I want. 15.
15.
So much better.
You look around, and this part of the city is actually pretty quiet. Other than the guards, there's actually no one really about in this neighborhood.
Okay, I'll lean into Belden. I don't think they can see us, but they can certainly see him. But I don't see anybody else besides the soldiers looking at him. I think we're okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I cast magic on us to help hide our footsteps. So even Fentwick, actually, that might be interesting. If they only see Fentwick leave, even if there's people we don't notice, then that's just one of us leaving, and they'll be guessing, where are the other group? Where is the champion? They're looking for you anyway. Let's just continue forward with him. When Fentwick moves, we move.
Sergeant, open the gates! Open the gates! And
could you be a little bit more noisy about it? Let everyone know.
My apologies, sir. Open the gate.
Sir Marindale.
And the portcullis opens.
Fine. I just tell them we never had this conversation. We weren't here, and walk out.
It's like we.
I was never here.
Sergeant, what's going on? That's one of the storm chasers, you fool. Him? The little one. I've heard he's a powerful arcanist. Can turn you into Toad.
And I raised my hand and cast downward urgy behind me, and there's suddenly you hear the sound of many frogs riveting.
1,000 frogs. 1,000 frogs.
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Damn it.
You see the one initially who was asking about you kind of startle for a moment and look around and then kind of just give you a side eye if you say so, Sergeant.
Plus 10 on top of your roll. Halbar's walking on his hands, so he uses sleight of hand instead of stealth.
I'm assuming it's the same roll, unless you're proficient.
There we go.
So, you guys make your way pretty quietly.
Making our way.
Quickly.
Yep, we follow Fentwick out the gate, passing by the one frog croaking.
You would remember Fentwick. It was probably 30 to 45 minutes outside.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. Don't you remember? It was only a week ago.
I only remember the landmarks. Marks, I could probably hold my hand above my brow. Any landmarks? That looks like 30 to 45 minutes out.
Yeah, if only we had a magical wand that would tell us the exact path to that location.
I know, right? Oh, yeah. So we don't remember. Okay.
I basically remember. I only have to get within 100 feet of my familiar, and I can speak with him.
Yeah, so you guys, it was a tree kind of near, a little bit closer to the river bank that you would remember which tree you left them at.
So, are we going to take the river back up north, or are we going to go around to the, what is this, the east? And he points to the little foothills in the large forest. Are we going to go back through the city?
Let's not go back through the city.
Oh, thank God! I'm glad you. And I kind of elbow
and I don't think going by the river is going to work very well, since we kind of burned some bridges with that one river ride.
Were these literal bridges? Did you burn actual bridges?
No, we didn't burn actual bridges, but we did piss off the guy that gave us the boat ride, since he didn't want to dock the boat, and we kind of forcibly docked the boat.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's a force of habit. In the north, if you're jumping into a river, once you get out, you're going to end up freezing in 10 minutes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I think it's that way towards the strand of trees.
I just keep casting out mentally to see if I can make contact.
Yeah, and after about I would say around 30 minutes, you get within range and can feel where he is.
Yeah, no, I guess we move towards one another.
Can I look around to see if anybody's following us?
Give me a perception check. 9, 11. You look around, you don't notice really any people following you or possibly trying to peer at where you guys are or hiding in the bushes or anything like that.
I'll look up towards the sky and see if there's an eagle flying around.
All right, give me another perception check.
Eesh.
Nope. It's pretty cloudy right now with some clouds actually moving in. You don't see any eagle.
All right. This is the right place, Fentwick.
It looks like it.
Okay. I'll keep a lookout and make sure nobody's watching.
So just as soon as I make contact with my familiar, I call him back to me. Or I have him fly back to me.
He flies back to you. And what is your familiar again, remind me?
Archie.
Archie, right. So owl as well, right?
Currently, yes.
So your Archie flies back to your shoulder, and who kind of perched on Poppy's head turns their head, around a little bit, but your Archie is returned to you, and he's still wearing the improvised medallion you guys have made of the Key of Ambrosius.
Yeah, I take it away and stash it back in my bag.
All
Bethwick, are we heading to the Tower of Ambrosius? I don't recall.
No, we said that we would. Are you sure that Casper really cured you? You seem a little slow.
Well,
Slower.
There's a little bit of a reaction when you cleanse yourself of too much ale. Short-term memory loss. I'm sure I'll be fine.
No,
in a couple hours.
we told the Duke that we would head to the conclave, so we need to go north.
I should
I'm
have told
afraid
you
that
how.
the tower will have to wait.
Understand, Bentwick. Little one, you were saying?
Oh, I should have told you to drink one. That's my fault.
It's all right. I'll be good in a few hours. All right, then maybe to the west and to the north, and I can see a tree line up that way. Let's go.
Lead on.
I'll take up a little jogging stance and start jogging to the north. Just let me know if you need me to
Guys.
slow down a bit.
I'll need marching order and perception check.
I was in the front, carrying, if she prefers carrying Poppy.
Sure.
And who?
And who is on Poppy?
Yeah, so we got a kind of little totem going of Halvar, Poppy, and who. All you guys
What
need
is-
now is a trench coat.
Yeah, what is your movement speed?
40.
Okay.
I typically, I assume Hal starts running off at a accelerated pace, and Belden says, hey, hang on a sec. And Hal will turn around, and I usually run up maybe half a mile, quarter mile, scout the area, come back, continue that as these plains into the forest. If I disappear, like different from when I disappeared when I was in the city, but if I disappear, I'll be sure to come back. Just keep your eyes out.
I can become a elk or a war horse or a giant eagle if we're traveling long distances.
Hal brightens up when Belladin mentions elk. A great elk, like 14 feet tall elk. I look back at Poppy.
Maybe not that big. Just a regular elk. I haven't seen a great elk.
Do I believe him?
Insight check. Belladin, give me a GM deception or persuasion.
I didn't roll. Oh, could you only see that?
I can't
Yeah.
see it.
Okay.
Yeah, you believe him.
Okay. I look at Poppy. I'm not sure if I believe him, but I'm going to take his word for it. He looks like my grandfather.
But he also said giant eagle.
I mean,
Oh
do
my
you
god.
do you want to go on the giant eagle?
That sounds fun.
I mean, I won't be offended.
I mean, I'll do whatever you want. Whatever you like, Hal. You're the big man up front, so I trust your instincts.
I mean, maybe if two of you are up there, the shaman the shaman up north frequently took on this form, and he took other scouts ahead. He only gave me an opportunity when I was younger to have a look around. It'd probably be a good idea if you guys did that.
Well, I heard of this one time that there was these kids to like drop off some ring up some mountain, complaining that they could have took a giant eagle. So I figure, I don't want to mess up that opportunity.
Well-
Fenwick has that jewelry box. Maybe stick close to him and protect him as you a little bit, and say, I mean, if you guys can do that, then that's good too.
Well, as the giant eagle, I should be able to carry Richard if I could carry all of these guys or not.
The question is, can you carry us and our equipment?
That is the
That'd
question.
be
Right?
my thing.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
just
only-
take
I only-
off
I-
all of your
I only
gear.
weigh about 40 pounds, but I'm carrying 100 pounds of stuff.
Yeah. But we'd be flying. So Halbar's like 500 pounds. Well, all right, then I take the little ones and then we just fly above Halbar. So that way Halbar can go full speed and I can provide aerial support.
I'll go with Halbar.
But if it's just a matter of carrying things, wouldn't a horse be more practical?
This is true. The warhorse has an 18 strength.
I mean,
I've
as
gotta
much
be
as
the
I want to
horse.
fly on the back of a giant eagle,
Poppy just stuffs everything she has in the bag of holding. That just weighs 15 pounds.
and suddenly rips a hole in it. There's a giant hole in the universe.
It seems to be decided. So Belladin transforms into a warhorse. 16, same as a giant eagle, but less speed. An elk can only go 50. A warhorse can go 60.
So going through kind of the wilderness will be
Oh, Rick,
mostly
what did you hit
difficult
to do
terrain.
that? Is that not a mod? That's just how it works. Nice. Good to know.
If you're a trusted player, you can draw stuff.
Oh, nobody trusts me.
I don't trust none of y'all.
Well, with okay, then maybe. All right, so scratch that, reverse it. Yeah. Difficult terrain if we go through the forest.
Where's a ranger when you need him?
Yeah, but at least the warhorse will help because then it would be 60 halved and 40 halved, so we'd be going at 20 instead of, I don't know what the movement speeds of Finthwick and Poppy are, so that would at least get both of them off the ground, and we can still make good time.
Yep. So if you guys plan on, I'd say if you guys are going skirting the city and then heading back to the road. So yeah, the closer you guys get to the road, it gets easier to travel, So I would say it takes you probably, 45 minutes, probably an hour. I would say going around and then back up, it'd probably take you an extra like 2.5, 3 hours of travel, right?
Okay.
And so if I can get marching order and perception check.
No, I'll stay next to you.
Yeah.
They're small.
So
small.
like basically, it really, and when it comes to animals, it really doesn't matter. It's 24 miles a day, and the reason for that is because just like humans, you
They
have
need
to
to,
stop. They need to drink and stuff like that.
Yeah, they can't
So,
go
but
full speed the whole time.
So the difference of having an animal is really purely for combat, and they could sprint
Hmm.
for short
Unless you
distances.
have something where you can get fresh horses like every hour,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
it's-
weight
because they
station.
can really
Yeah.
only gallop for like an hour. So I think if what I'm reading is right.
So yeah, in the end, it's always 24 miles a day.
All right. So perception checks. Up. Did you guys roll, Marty? I'm on the wrong screen. Nope.
Yep.
I
Perception
clicked the wrong thing.
Oh man.
Oh, I wasted a great roll too. Can I use that roll and just add my perception to it?
Yeah.
Because that's a
fine.
+0 roll.
Yeah.
So that would be a 24.
Okay.
From everyone, or
If you guys all want to, yeah, that's fine. So, well, what's your perception as a horse, Belladin?
Oh, great point. Yeah, but I don't have a +2. So a warhorse has a 20 wisdom.
Right.
Yep. So it's the same.
All right. As you guys make your way around the city, you do notice patrols of guards around the city walls, right? But they're sticking closer towards the city itself. Yeah, they don't seem to notice you. You guys make your way. I would say probably
You know what?
to about here without incident. As the sun is setting, you guys can either continue on and we'll do con saves, or you can make camp and rest for the night.
I would like to try and find a viable spot for like a very safe space for us to make camp off the road. And I am, if anyone else is also... Oh, I would love that. Yes, let's both...
Both of you dueling survival checks, please.
Anything like dueling pianos?
Oh, I didn't do much better.
16. Yeah, so you're looking around in your warhorse form. Your head's a little bit taller, so you're able to see a little bit more. And you notice, Belladin, you see some rocks a little bit further into the tree line, right? And the ground slopes down a little bit, and you see a dead tree next to the rock. You notice the ground sloping down, and you figure that might be a little alcove that behind those rocks and that tree, you'd be out of sight from the road.
So I kind of whinny and like push my head into Hal, and then when he looks at me, I motion with my snout towards the spot, and then just start trotting over there.
Yeah, how Bar, you were kind of looking around and you're like, well, that looks pretty good. There's not too much snow, but it's pretty kind of out in the open.
And then Belladin will get down on his haunches, so that way Fenthwick and Poppy can dismount.
You guys change back, and Belladin, you lead them over behind that pile of boulders and the dead tree and a smaller dead tree next to it. Pretty good spot to make camp.
Nice.
So you guys set up camp.
Set up watches.
I'll spend 10 minutes and set up Leoman's tiny hut.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's got a map. That's
Oh.
bad. I mean, it looks so good, Richard.
So you guys are setting up camp for the night. How big is Leoman's tiny hut?
It's a 10-foot radius dome. 10-foot radius.
No, I think that's right.
Oh yeah, if it's 5 foot squares, that would be right.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make you do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like.
You guys set up camp. Fenthwick makes the dome. What color are you making the dome?
I don't know.
Well, we got the
Sort
tree.
of,
We've got the rocks. We got the snow.
kind of make it the color of the rocks, I guess.
Do you guys light a fire?
It's warm inside even without the fire.
Yeah, we wouldn't need to. Amazing spell.
You guys set up the dome as the sun sets and night falls.
Ooh.
There is no light source. Who is taking first watch?
Yeah, I think it's up to the caster, but you can make it like a slight glow on the inside if you wanted to. But I don't think that extends to the outside.
Yeah, it can be dimly lit or dark, but it's opaque from the outside.
Damn, how about you?
Okay.
You don't talk
so
much.
Smart, all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
words just come pouring out of you.
Word by word.
All
You
right.
have a really good memory.
Guys, make me as you guys fall asleep for a night's rest. Someone roll me
I'm not the leader. I'm just in a band.
a d10, please.
I thought it was the raisins.
All right. And so, you guys fall asleep content in the safety of your dome. Belladin,
Yes.
sometime during your rest, you're awoken by a sound. You hear in the distance, and not heavy footsteps, but footsteps seem to run, crunching across the snow. And you hear the faint cries of, "Oh, come on, help! Help me! Is there anyone out here? Someone help!"
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, as soon as I hear a person's voice, I cast Dark Vision on myself.
Anything else?
Do I see anyone nearby? 60 feet?
Yeah, eventually after a minute you hear more echoing howls in the distance. And you see come crashing through the trees here
Okay.
what appears to be an elven male dressed in colorful robes. Strange cut that nothing you've seen before, in bright fuchsias and teals. Definitely not dressed for winter. Crashing through the trees, frantically running, seeming not to notice you, calling for help with howls in the distance.
I push my head out and I say, "This way, you fool!" And then bring my head back in and say, "Everyone wake up. There's someone being chased by wolves."
Who is that? Who's there? Who said that? As he's continuing to run.
I put my head back out. "Are you evil or good?" And then put my head back in.
I'm good, I guess. What kind of question is that? Please, you have to help me. They're going to eat me.
I put my head back out. "If you were to weigh your soul against the feather, how do you think the scales would balance?" And I bring my head back in. "Everyone, please wake up. There's wolves coming."
I don't know. I've not done anything bad, but I wouldn't say I've done anything great either. I'm just an elf.
All right. Belladin's gonna say, "Fenthwick, stay in here. Just I don't know, put your hand out if you need to cast spells. Should we let him in or should we kill the wolves?
Please,
If
Please, they're going to eat me.
wolves actually attack him, then we'll do something. Otherwise,
Have
I
you
want
made it
proof?
Have you made it translucent or is it still opaque? Like he just sees like
It's still opaque.
an iridescent stone covered sphere.
please, you have to let me in.
Sorry.
I move up 5 feet and I stick my head out and I say, "We're waiting for confirmation of wolves, and then we'll let you in. Hold on."
You're a cruel lot, aren't you?
Sorry.
And the howling.
Cruel, harsh experience has taught us to be wary of strangers.
Yeah, Belladin sticks his head out. "We don't know you, bro. We need to confirm that you're actually in danger and this isn't a trick."
Get
And-
bitten by one wolf, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I'll
And
heal you.
that's-
Don't worry about it.
And as the howling continues and grows closer, you hear an answering howl from the west and the east, growing closer, Belladin.